All things considered, I'm proud of the way our team battled, and we knew it would be a battle coming into here. And at the end of the first half, the way we got back and closed it in regulation and kept fighting, and we certainly made mistakes. We turned the ball over too many times. But to continue to be in the game, and all things considered, and I'm proud of them. So, but at the same time, there was too many mistakes made for us to win the game. And when you're on the road, you've got to really be able to put it away. And certainly the 19 free throw differential is a head scratcher for me, and we've got to continue to look at how we create more contact. I guess that's what I was told Yogi was doing, is he was creating the contact. That's why he wasn't getting to the line. But I got to watch the film to see what we can learn to do better with getting fouled more. And but we did some very good things. We did some things that were beneficial, but we also did some costly things. But it was a great game in the sense of they have an excellent team. Greg is doing a fantastic job with that staff, and their team is. Both teams always got better, and I don't think there's any difference with Greg. They just get better, and but our team is getting better too. I think they can get a lot better, and I think they will. And we'll learn from this and get ready to play Minnesota on Saturday.
Again, microphones on each side if you can flag them down.
Tom, I guess you talked a little bit on your pregame radio show just about health being a little bit of an issue for some guys. Is it more sort of the injury thing, or is it kind of sickness at this point, and how much did that hurt your depth tonight?
Well, I think we were under the weather, but I mean, you just play. I mean, and I'm proud of the guys for the way that they battled, and we haven't had great health in a long time, but we definitely had some under the weather situations, but we're not using that for anything other than it is what it is, and certainly I'm proud of the way guys came in and continued to play. When we had the foul situations, we had to do a lot of managing of we didn't get a chance to manage the minutes as much, especially with Yogi and Troy and Rob and things of that nature. But the guys that came in continued to contribute and try to make an impact. And sometimes we did, sometimes we didn't. But it's just part of it.
Tom,
all right.
Thomas had his moments, but Hap gave him a lot to handle tonight. But what are some of the things you hope maybe Thomas could take from a matchup like that, from a game like
Well,
this?
I think it's all about doing your work early, and I've got to watch the film because he's hard to guard, especially when he hooks. It's really hard to guard when he gets that other arm in there and works around you. We've got to do a better job of getting position earlier and do our work earlier. But he's very skilled. I mean, there's no question. He's one of the best players underneath the board. But there were too many times we gave him too much deep position or post depth, we would say, and he took advantage of it. But they're a hard team to go double, right? I mean, Hayes is one of the most incredibly gifted passers in college basketball, and he didn't need to do a lot of passing tonight, with the time he was spending at the foul line. But the bottom line is he can really pass. So if you come off too many areas, and the one guy he's got great synergy with right now is Hap, and they do a really good job of finding him, and he does such a good job of when he's in that block wing area of finding the cutters. But I mean, he was getting a chance to be at the foul line tonight, so the passing game wasn't as important for them with him. But Hap is a beneficiary of some good passing, and tonight he was the beneficiary of some too deep post-ups.
Tom, they back here,
Tom Oates.
They've been to the line an average of 36 times the last 3 games. Have they changed some of the things, the way they're playing from the first time you saw them?
They're real committed to going inside. There's no question about that. And I've got to watch the film, and we knew that especially when they were winning, they were shooting 29. When they were losing, they were shooting 13, 14. And I've got to watch the film on that. But in answer to your question, I mean, I think they really are making a concerted effort to go inside a lot. But again, the thing that has made them, and this was the same way when they were with us, but he's gotten even better at it, is Hayes is such a good passer. And he can really pass out of that block. And that's why you gotta stay connected to the bottom. And there were a couple times in the first half that we didn't do a good job of that, and half got loose. I mean, you gotta, because they know that it's either gonna be a pass or a shot there, so they're real active, and then they're real active on the offensive glass. And, but they're definitely committed to that post up, and they're definitely committed to the isolation and things of that nature to win the game at the foul line.
Anything else for Coach? Middle?
You've talked a lot about Hayes, but just in terms of different things you tried to do with him tonight, just kind of, it felt like at a certain point his confidence got to a point where you just couldn't slow him down. Is that fair to say?
Oh, I gotta watch film, Zach, so I'll refrain until I watch the film, and he was rested. He got a chance to be on that foul line quite a bit, so, I mean, I would get a lot of confidence too if I was getting a chance to shoot a lot of free throws. But we've gotta do a better job. I said all along, we've gotta do a better job of doing our work early. And also, we've got to figure out a way to get our guys, like Yogi Ferrell, who gets 30 points, but really only gets to the line twice. We've got to figure out a way, if I'm being told that he's initiating the contact, we've got to figure out a way to get him to the line more too, not to mention our other inside guys. But today, it was a heck of a win for them.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.